I want to hear your advice for someone that's, say, my age right now, where, you know, of course, you had something that you were doing at my age that was probably completely different, right?
Yeah.
But what would you say to a 19-year-old who is trying to get started in business, who's like, you know what, I'm eager, I'm driven, my parents might not support me, my friends might not support me, people call me crazy, but I'm driven and I have this mind that is set on something, I just don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. How would I go figure that out?
The way I kind of see it is, first, you need to figure out what you want, right? Like, you need to really have a deep conversation with yourself and figure out, what is it do I want? Like, and I live my life the way with the 4 pillars of the good life, right? Having, being successful in your health, your wealth, your relationships, and just the happiness factor, having all those 4 aligned. So when it comes to like health, right, think about it. How healthy do I want to be, right? Do I want to be a massive bodybuilder? Do I want to be just a regular Joe Schmo? Do I want to be like athletically fit? For me personally, like, I answered that question, I want to be athletically fit. Like, I want an athletic look. That's what I look for. Now, once you figure that out, and then you ask yourself, okay, how do I solve that problem? How do I do that? Well, what do you have to do? You have to eat well, you have to work out. How do you do this? How do you do that? You start asking these questions. It's all about problem solving. Yeah. Right? So you have to figure out that. Then you figure out how much money you want to make. Some people don't ask themselves how much money you need to make. Yeah. Like, I've ran down the cost of like where I want to live. Like, I want to live in a luxury condo. That's the next move. Luxury condo. That's going to run me about $3,000 to $4,000. Right, $3,000 to $4,000. I'm probably gonna get a nice car. That's gonna be another $2,000. So that's 1, that's 5, 6. Then I have insurances, all that. You write down all the list of expenses and you figure out your number. My number right now at this point is anywhere from 20 to 30 grand. That's like the number, and it's gonna be crazy because I know I'm gonna get to that number. Then it's not gonna be enough, because that's what happened when I got to 100K. When I got to 100K, I was like, this is not enough. And I've heard it from other successful people. You get to that number, it's still not enough. I think 20, 30K is okay to like be living. That's where they say life is like you're living life. And there's a couple of different variables for that. So you ask yourself that question: how like successful do I want to be? Kind of life. You figure out those numbers. Then your relationships, you know, like you have to, the way I look at it is you have to learn how to be a good brother, a good son, a good friend, a good business partner, a good everything in regards of like just relationship. And a lot of it is like you have to initiate it. So once you figure all that out, what you want, then you just got to go ahead and just try things. That's what people don't realize. You don't try enough things. And just getting the knowledge. That's really it. Like, read books, go on YouTube. I think the easiest way to do everything is just go on YouTube and literally just type every single question. Instead of like wanting to my time, go on Google, go on YouTube, and just type in all the questions you've ever had. And just for a whole entire year, just focus on working on yourself and asking questions. That's how you start. And then once you do that, I think the best job that anyone can take on is just getting a sales job. That's going to let you to just learn how to communicate. For me, I got my sales jobs in T-Mobile. And that's what allowed me to like open up communication, learning how to like just do things. Plus, sales is easy. At least for me, it is. Doing that. And if it's not, then do a bunch of other things. Just trying. Just literally just trying to do a bunch of different things. And people don't realize that a lot of this is just Googling. Like, you want to go ahead and make 6 figures, Google what jobs make 6 figures. Heck, you can be a truck driver, you can be like a construction worker, some construction worker. You can do so many different things. Like, making 6 figures is not hard. At least for now that I've done it, I know that it's not hard. I'm trying to figure out how to make the next million. That's the game that I'm trying to figure out next. Like, I'm not worried about 6 figures. 6 figures, I can teach anyone to make it. Like, it's easy. Making $1 million, that's where my next jump is, and I'm trying to figure that out next. And I think I've figured it out. And that goes down to the branding and just multiplying yourself. And that's why, like, people don't realize that a lot of getting to that number is just like figuring it out. And that's all I'm doing, is I'm just trying to figure it out. And you'll ask any successful person, nobody knows what they're doing. We're just all figuring it out. That's really what it comes down to. So it's just asking questions.
It's Jacob Odell here, and thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it and got some value out of it, please go share it with someone. They might need the exact same thing that you just heard, and it might change their life. You never know. So continue to listen and navigate the world through the business playground.